You know, when you smell a certain scent, it sort of almost takes you back to, you know, fond memories that you have, childhood memories or something that's just happened the other week, and it's crazy how the brain does that. But it's also crazy how that every time you go through a drive-through or every time you go and get a coffee and someone decides to chuck it all over your dashboard and all over your carpet that you've just had freshly cleaned. Well, I'm about to show you something that may be able to mask that, only slightly, because you'll never get rid of the smell unless you do a deep interior clean. But something that relates to two topics that I've just spoke about, and we're going to have a look at it right now. So as you probably guessed by the title, this is Hot Wheels branching out into the car scene. And what I mean by that is they've decided that it's best to rather mask the smell rather than clean it. And yes, we're still waiting for the Hot Wheels car cleaning stuff. No, they can stay away from that because we've already got the great Car Pros and we've already got the great Maguires and all the other, Finesse, Auto Finesse and all the other great names, Auto Smart, so they can deal with that. But when it comes to keeping your car fresh, especially after a clean, then is this going to be the way forward? And that's what today's video is all about. So here we go. Hot Wheels presents 3 lots of air fresheners. Now, let's have a look at these bad boys. We've got cherry scent, we've got vanilla scent, and we've also got a cotton scent. So I'm interested to try these out, see how long they last. Are they worth the money? And tell you about the fond memories that some of these air fresheners may take me back to. Let's have a look at the front here. So you can find these in B&M's for £1.50. I mean, what an absolute steal. 3 air fresheners, less than £2. But are they good quality or are they just absolute rubbish? And that's what in today's video we're going to find out. Hot Wheels, you better not let us down because we need some good sense, and also because John Legg's listening, so he needs to know what the bass notes, the top notes and all the other notes are. Please. But first of all, let's go on looks. So the first one is the cherry one. Well, none of these 3 cars are actual cars. I think they'll just be Hot Wheel make cars, basically makeshift cars. Normally an air freshener not only smells good but looks good as well, and I think they've done a grand job with the design on here. The Hot Wheels in the tyre smoke, I think I quite like that actually, yes. And also we've got a third decal there, it looks quite nice actually, yes. So that's the cherry one. Hot Wheels vanilla air freshener, and we've got what looks like an American muscle there with the big Dom Toretto 16V, whatever it is, 18 million V engine. And on this one we've got a design of Hot Wheels with, the dash going through the middle there, yellow to orange, which is quite nice, something different. And then third of all of it, let me show you, is the Purple Beast. Kind of looks like the Cyclone if you ever played Rocket League, but yeah, boring, plain, simple purple logo there with the white lettering. And yeah, again, another car that it's probably not even real, it's just 3 makeshift Hot Wheels vehicles. But we're not really interested in about the looks of them. we're more interested about the smells. So let's go and install them and see what we can smell. So the first flavour, if you'd call it that we've got in the car is cherry. Well, it's supposed to be cherry. The car is red like a cherry, however, doesn't quite smell like a cherry, does it? If you're used to California scents or anything like that, don't expect too much, because unfortunately it's not really cherry, to be honest with you. It's got a slight hint of cherry close up, and just having a sniff in the packet, yeah, slightly cherry, but unfortunately it's not a cherry bomb. Now we'll give this one a bash and see what happens and see how it goes. Okay, so we're about a week in, and currently the overall smell of the cherry scent has disappeared. Up close, you know, yep, I can still smell that up close. I can still smell the cherry on it, and even on my hands now, yeah, I can still smell the cherry coming off. But I don't know whether because it's cold or what, but unfortunately it's lost its overpowering. More like the cherries that you get from the Haribo sweets. That's the sort of sweet smell that you get from this one. But yeah, it does, like I say, up close it smells great still, but in the air it doesn't smell as great. But the car, when the car warms up in about 5-10 minutes, when the car's been on for a little bit of your journey, then you sort of get the smell of the cherry. But like I say, it's not overwhelming, but what do you expect for the price that it was? So yeah, it's still going, and when it completely runs out and it just smells like cardboard, then we'll move on to the next one. So currently 1 week in, and just like that, 2 weeks is over, 2 weeks has passed, and the smell has gone. A bit disappointing on this one. Let's hope that the other flavours or the other scents last a bit longer. Right, so the next one that is up is none other than the vanilla scented air freshener. Now this one, again, not overwhelming smell to start off with, and from a sniff it does smell like the Madagascar vanilla, which you can probably find in your nan's cupboard when she's doing a nice vanilla sponge. The smell of this one is a lot stronger than the cherry one, however, when you're up close, and within the bag it does smell like the Madagascar vanilla as labelled on the packaging. So I'm going to leave this one in the bag this time, and let's see if it lasts a bit longer in the bag. But like I say, we'll get the car nice and warm, and we'll see what's happening. Well, I can definitely tell you one thing, and that's that when you keep it in the packet, the smell does last longer. However, this one, it doesn't really smell that great in the air, as in I can't really smell it. It's still definitely there. It's still as strong as it was when I first opened the packet. I think what I'm trying to say is I'm so used to other car scents like the California scents, or the other air fresheners that I've used, like there's a pound shop one that is a vanilla scented one, and it smells so much better than this. So yeah, I think what I'm saying is I'm quite disappointed actually. You know, for the price, you know, the 125, you could kind of expect it being, you know, spending 1 week with the smell, and then after 1 week it disappears. I guess you get what you pay for, really. So I might, just for test purposes, release this one out of the packet in the next day or two and see how long or how much better it smells. Now that is awesome. I've literally warmed the car up on one journey, and the sweet smell of Madagascar vanilla is absolutely beaming around the car. I'm literally surrounded, like wrapped in a warm blanket of Madagascar vanilla. even though I love cherry, this is definitely the best one out of the two so far. And just the aroma of it is awesome. Top notes of Madagascar, bottom notes of vanilla. It is awesome. There's actually that yellow thing in the sky today, which is very weird for a day in February. However, I was just about to say that I can no longer smell this, but I've come back to my car this afternoon and I can actually smell the Madagascar vanilla kicking off 3 weeks later. So yeah, we're still in business. You just cannot predict British weather because it is now absolutely raining, chucking down, freezing cold, and all the other cold words you can think of. However, this bad boy is still kicking off. It's not as powerful as it was from the start. However, every now and then, as it's swinging around as I'm driving and the heating comes on and blasts it a little bit, you definitely can still smell it. Like I say, not as powerful as it was, but it's definitely still tantalising the nostrils. So we're 3 weeks in, and yeah, it's fairly decent. So much better than the cherry one. So it's basically redeemed itself so far. Let's see if it can make it to the 4th. And it's mad how the weather can change, and just like the weather, this air freshener has now changed and stopped pumping out the vanilla scent that I actually adored. So, with regret, I'm here to inform you that Madagascar Vanilla, 4 weeks in, has now decided to go on its holidays. And finally, the last instalment of the 3-pack of air fresheners. We've got the other 2 hangling, dangling there. Both ran out, not smelling like anything, but nice little pieces now. So we move on to the 3rd and final chapter of the air freshener set. And this one is what they call cotton. Okay, a little sniff. Yeah, okay, right. So, you know when they say everything is perf with surf? That's right, it just smells like fresh linen, basically. Quite nice, actually. That's nice and refreshing. It's like you've just cleaned all your seats, that sort of smell. So let's get it up here and let's see how long it lasts. And I'm thinking back to this cherry one. I think that was a 41 because both this air freshener and the packet both smells absolutely gorgeous. Fresh linen. What an absolute smell to come back to, or come to, when it's a lovely day like today. And so it's a massive womp womp, only 2 weeks in, and the smell has dissipated from this. Probably didn't help that we had on the weekend, one of the first weekends of spring, it was literally a heat wave. I mean, I know 10 degrees isn't really a heat wave, but it is when you've just had winter smack you around the back of the head. But yeah, it's gone, it's done, it's done its thing. Here they are, all 3 together. None of them smell like anything anymore, and they're just basically like collector's pieces, sort of like just pictures that you can hang, some freshness that you can hang. They don't smell like anything, but they're just cool hangers to hang and hang around with. So yeah, quite disappointed with the performance from all 3 of these, actually. 2 of them worse than the 3rd one. The vanilla one was the best one out of the 3. The cotton one, it just didn't get out the gates at all. It was nice on the first week, and then after that it was pretty much not smelling at all. So, and same with the cherry one, really. The performance was absolutely diabolical. So, but when you think about it, £1.50 for 3 fresheners, and what, they've lasted over a good 2 months, maybe longer than that. But yeah, I suppose it really puts a meaning to you get what you pay for. It's just the name that you're paying for. Hot Wheels milking another sort of product, and on this occasion I would have to decline and say I would not buy again, unfortunately. There are better fresheners out there, ones that are worth more your money. Spend a couple of extra quid and you can have them for a lot longer than these. But these are something different. Like I say, they're nice in the window if you're into that, or if you're not into that, then just buy a smelly that actually lasts longer than these do. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you've tried these before and what your opinions of these are. I don't know if I had a faulty batch or what, but like I say, 2 out of the 3, not great, but never mind. It's good to try different products, but on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll probably give it a 4. You know, it's cheap, but you get what you pay for. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one when we review something else that hopefully isn't as diabolical as these. Thank you very much. Goodbye.